There. Hi. Good evening, everyone.
Magandang gabi.
This is Jill and Christian from Hub, and this is another segment of Entrepreneur Mindset by Jill and Christian. As you know, way back, last month, we started our first episode of Entrepreneur Mindset by Jill and Christian. However, we have to postpone the second episode. So now we're back.
Mhm.
And it will be another informative discussion about entrepreneurship, right? So if you are watching us right now live, please say hi and let us know where you are watching us from. Good morning, good
Good afternoon,
afternoon,
good
good
evening.
evening to everyone who's watching us live right now, and to those who will be watching this on a replay. Please say hi as well. We're actually broadcasting live to our Facebook business page, Jalen Christian Fam Hub, and to our LinkedIn, to my LinkedIn account,
Aha.
and of course to the Facebook page of our guest for today. I'm so excited.
Yes.
Right. So just to give you a background, if you weren't able to to about English and English. If you weren't able to watch yung previous episode namin about entrepreneur mindset episode 1,
Mhm.
this episode is an open discussion about
Yep.
entrepreneurship. So our goal is really to,
To encourage.
yes, to encourage everyone to build another streams of income.
Mhm.
It's always good to
To have a
have
backup.
a backup plan or
Um,
your plan B or other sources of income or passive income aside from your full-time job, of course.
mhm,
So what we're
mhm.
going to do is to share with you our knowledge about entrepreneurship, but at the same time, we would like to hear from you because
Mhm.
we're not experts. We wanted to learn from you. So comment down below if you wanted to share something about entrepreneurship. And then at the same time, we are inviting experts.
Yep. Feel
Yes,
free to correct us if we
correct.
say something na parang hindi align
Hindi
sa
yan.
sa inyong
Oo
paniniwala.
naman, we're very much open to that. And that's another learning for us as well.
Correct, correct.
Diba? Especially dun sa mga followers namin who are entrepreneurs already.
Mm-mm.
And this episode, or sorry, not episode, this segment will be very helpful din para din sa mga,
Future
yes, or
entrepreneurs.
yung mga gustong maging entrepreneurs pero hindi nila alam kung how and when to start their own business.
Yes.
Any kind of businesses, traditional businesses. So there.
Mhm.
Um, So, what na? Wag na natin pag-intayin yung guest natin
Aha.
kasi actually 1 month na natin siyang pinag-intay.
Oo nga. Buti nga
Uh,
naging pasensyosa siya. Okay.
right. So, yun, our guest for today,
Yeah, today our
ano?
guest is a good friend of ours, a fellow entrepreneur, and she will be sharing her journey to success with us.
Mhm.
Everyone, our guest is Eliza Capulong, the owner and general manager of Trial Management Incorporated. This is a multi-sector executive search firm in the Philippines.
Hello. Kamusta,
Hi, Jel.
Eliza?
Hi, Christian. Good evening from the Philippines.
Magandang gabi from Papua
I
New
hope
Guinea.
everything is doing all right there in Papua New Guinea.
Yeah, medyo maulan lang
Yeah.
pero
Oo, maulan.
okay naman.
Yes.
This is actually one of the best things that ever happened in, not just in businesses because it really helped out in the businesses, but also in all aspects. This kind of technology wherein people can just practically connect from one another,
Mhm.
Messenger, and some other applications,
Platforms, yeah.
including
And
this,
StreamYard like this one.
yeah, including this
Thank you, StreamYard.
platform.
Baka naman.
Right. So it's what, 7:13 p.m. in the Philippines and
Yes,
it's
that's right.
9:13 here in Papua New Guinea. Nag-dinner ka na ba? Medyo
Um,
mainit-init yung mga tanong namin sa'yo eh.
no worries.
I think
Alright.
well prepared siya.
Bring it
Isang
Correct.
buwan ba
on.
naman, di ba?
Oo, 1 month yung preparation, 1 year. Okay, so final. Okay, so our first question is, of course, we wanted you to introduce yourself to our viewers for
Mhm.
today and to those who will be watching this on a replay. Again, this is broadcasting live in our business page and Eliza's Facebook account and our
Mhm.
LinkedIn profile.
Yes.
So tell us about your background. Introduce yourself. Tell us about your background and your background before you actually started your own business.
Mhm.
Okay, so everyone, good evening once again. And to all the followers of Jel and Lordy, they're actually my current business partners with this current company right now, 3L Management Inc. But prior to the birth of this company, I used to work in the broadcasting media. As a researcher and reporter for a TV station and a radio station for news and current affairs.
Mhm.
So I'm not gonna disclose anymore those companies.
Hindi
That
mo
has
pwede
been
i-share
super
yun.
way back, and
Patent,
then the other
baka
one is closed
patented
down
siya.
already
Okay.
because of the franchise. So anyway, and then uh, I that was my original background in the broadcasting media, and then eventually, I found myself leading towards the career path in advertising. So
Mm.
this is this has been my ultimate dream, by the way, because in advertising, you can do a whole lot of brainstorming. Brilliant minds come together to
Yeah,
come
yeah.
up with a perfect idea for a certain line of products, or it can be like a PR to uplift one's sales and a whole lot of things, so to speak, in the marketing world. So that's
Mm.
actually my ultimate passion before, to penetrate the advertising industry. And then eventually, um, I was actually given a chance to work in Doha, Qatar as an events manager, but things didn't prop up. And eventually, instead of pursuing that, I became a gallery manager of Oriental Antiquities and furnishings, wherein the headquarters is in Singapore. That where I actually met, you know, um, people from the Alta. Yeah, like those people that you get to see in Tatler or in the business section. And I wasn't, at the time in recruitment at all. But then that has been like a stepping stone, I must say,
Mhm.
and just broadening all these networks and connections that I'm having. Plus, I get to at that time, I started joining different business chambers here in the Philippines, and eventually, after my stint with that company, um, a multinational, a Filipino French company took me in and gave me an opportunity to be a business manager for the Middle East, wherein this company sends Filipinos abroad. So it's into
Mm.
recruitment.
Yeah.
So that
So
started the recruitment journey.
yes, this is all where it started.
Mhm.
And after that, I came back here in the Philippines, introduced, the one-time placement fee. And after that, this company, which is an English company now, brought me into their company. And at the time, the company was a make or break, and that was the start. Then wherein I actually helped the company out. Prop up the business when it comes to their engineering and industrial business sector, and then the rest is history. So
Mm.
um, it has been, a whole lot of segmented experiences, but one thing is in common. I was able to keep track of all the people that I got connected with, even with the
Mhm.
previous colleagues, even the experiences that I have before. I was able to
Mhm.
maximize and be able to make full use of those connections that I had in the latter, experiences and opportunities that came along the way.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I
And
think
then,
that will lead to our our second question of with all these things happening in the past, ilang taon na ba, Eliza? More than 10, 15 years of working as an employee. I think this leads to your second question of what made you decide to set up your own business?
all right, that's a very good question, and that has been like my health condition before has been the turning point of my decision setting up a company. And even years back when I was in recruitment, I already have a notion of wanting to set up my
Mhm.
own business. But then um, the reality bites. You need to be deep pocketed. You have to have
Mhm.
a financial investment, not just coming from your own pocket, but you need to have a
Correct.
backer. Or even if you have enough money, you have to ask yourself, would that be enough to sustain
Mm.
all the goals you wanted to achieve for a company to make it work.
Yeah.
So
So lahat
I've
talaga ng
been.
negosyo may puhunan, no?
Yes, exactly. And I'm very realistic enough. So, in the span of time I've been working before, I'm already like saving a whole lot.
Mhm.
Yon. And then because I'm really like trying to prepare myself that, one day I really wanted to set up my own business. But at the time, I don't have an idea yet what particular business that I'm going to, set up or I'll be
To dive
engaged
in,
to.
correct. Mm.
Right. And then, so the turning point was, I had a stroke, and Jel knows this. Um, and then at that time, I was like thinking, okay, will the company still welcome me? Will I still be able to keep up with the demands? And
Mhm.
do I still have that all that energy to bring in and keep up with all these expectations they ask of me? And
Mhm.
so I was I was I mean I look at all my resources, whatever I've got, and then after I was able to recuperate, and then that's the time I fully decided that okay, I'm really gonna set a recruitment business.
Eto na 'yon, ganyan.
Yeah. And this is the company. And then at the
Mm.
time, so it just I think it's the universe just conspired, and it just so
Oh.
happened that um at the time, Gel was also like, geared towards this kind of opportunity as well, because she still wanted to be part of recruitment, but then at the same time, she has her thing going on as well. And at the time, we
Mm.
were in Papua New Guinea pa rin. So she's also trying to figure things out. But then again, um, I prior to fully setting up this business, I had already been doing feasibility study. I have already been doing research with all the.
Mm.
Yes, doing research with all the competitors, potential competitors, the pricing rates, how
Wow.
much would really be the investment,
Mm.
tools needed to make this company
To
work.
operate. Oo.
So yeah, and so for anyone who would like to set up a company, it's highly important that number one, you really need to invest on a company wherein uh, all the necessary tools are there. You don't just set a
Mhm.
company because you think you can make a profit in an instant. You have to look
Mm.
forward. You have to foresee um, what lies ahead, and look at the
Mhm.
long term plan, not just on now.
Correct.
That's the way to go. And
So
bear in
talagang
mind,
ginawa mo yung assignment mo, before
yeah,
ka mag-set up. Mm.
yes, and bear in mind
Ah.
that yeah, and then bear in mind for anyone who wanted to set up a business, whatever business it is, that it is a gamble. Business is a gamble. You have to already like emotionally and mentally prepare yourself that in one way or another, losses will come along the way, but then you have to be strategic at the same time how you would recover it, the losses in any case that would happen. So, kasi ako even before, kahit na hindi pa ako negosyante, masyado akong advanced mag-isip. My mind is always like working 24 hours. Like kahit natutulog ako, ano siya, gumagana siya. Minsan niloloko ako ni Jel, kaya ka na-stroke kasi
Grabe.
before, di ba sabi
Walang,
ko,
Kakaisip
good
mo
boy kasi,
kasi.
matulog ka. Sabi mo sa akin
walang pahinga
gano'n.
yung
Matulog
isip
ka
mo,
naman.
ganyan.
Yeah. So yun,
Oo.
ano kasi, um, grabe rin ako mag-isip. Yun, laging
Mm.
advance. Kasi I
Mm.
mean, in all aspects, you really need to prepare ahead.
Mm.
Yun.
Correct.
You need to forecast right away what would be the losses. Pero at the same time, isipin mo na rin, paano mo ma-recover yun? Anong gagawin mo para hindi mo na rin ma-achieve hindi mo na marating yung loss, yung ano na yun, yung circumstance na yun. So there
Mm.
you have
Correct.
it.
Yeah, and I think what's also good about what happened is that you know well the business that you are entering. I mean,
Yeah.
you've been in the industry for several years. You've made connections already. You know a lot of people. It's just easier to set up if you know the ins and outs of that particular business. Kumbaga po, problemahin na lang natin is where to actually get the capital. Pero madali na yun
Mm.
eh. Diba? Pero
Yes,
if you know how to set it
it's
up, you know
true.
everything about the business, it's so easy to do. Plus, even the system that we are using, the platforms that we're
Mm.
using, diba, in
Yeah, that's
competitive
true.
search, alam na natin yan. And we know who the people to reach out,
Mm.
right?
Right.
When it comes to that
It's
business.
also very
Okay.
Okay.
important to build a relationship with potential partners and vendors. And
Mm-hmm.
you know, building business is also a matter of trust. You bring in
Relationship.
people that
Mm-hmm.
you are totally, you know, that you would totally entrust yourself with, not just the
Correct.
business but yourself. Yun.
And
Correct.
that
I'm
Correct.
applies
just
to any kind of
definitely lucky
businesses.
that
Yes.
I have well trusted and credible partners, and also not to mention the people, our lawyers, the accounting
Mm-hmm.
firm that we work with,
Yeah.
and even the
Mm.
platform that we're using, that they're very helpful to us. So it's just
Correct.
like I always tell myself like the universe just conspired.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
So now, I think everyone, most of our audience would like to hear about your business. Tell us about your business.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have
so
some flashes there. Inunahan na kita.
the
Yeah.
business is 3All Management Inc. It's a multi-sector executive recruitment firm. We're in definitely we are an expert in placing top level executives like the CEO levels, vice
Mm-hmm.
president, director level roles in various business sector. And furthermore,
Mm,
one of the reason as well that our companies thrive, it's because our company is also an expert when it comes to placing technical experts, like for instance in the engineering field, in the
Mm-hmm.
IT, and even scientists. Yeah, those kind of hard to find roles that
specialist
are
roles.
very niche in the market.
Yes.
Yan.
Yes. Mm.
Right.
Right. Okay. So for the next question.
Wait, let's just
Ah.
check.
Okay. Sorry. Sorry.
Flash lang namin na there are a lot of people watching us right now.
Mm-hmm.
And they're, sending their likes and hearts already. But there's some who are commenting. Here's Kim Zafra, watching from Cali.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, thank you for watching. Reina is watching from Guam. Thank you so
Wow.
much.
Wow.
Grabe,
Malagana pa mga
like.
followers niyo.
Hello,
I
Angel.
have
She's
friends
watching from the
in Guam as
Philippines.
well.
Wow.
Wow, diba?
Hi, Angel.
And then we have Jay Lu. She's watching from the Philippines. Thank you guys for watching.
All
Okay,
right.
what's next?
Now, the next question is, what is your favorite aspect of being an entrepreneur?
Okay.
Ako yan.
Number one is flexibility when it comes
Yeah.
to my time.
Agree.
Yeah. Ever
Mm-hmm.
since I had this health condition before, but thank God I'm already well recovered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then again, now I get to have a full, say when it comes to my schedule. It's not like
Mm.
I'm gonna stick to the schedule 8 hours a day or so because the company says so.
Mm.
Taray lang. um,
So you are your own boss. Tama.
Yeah, that's a
Mm-mm.
good thing of managing your own business. But of course, let's be realistic about it as well. Let us
Mhm.
not give false hopes to
Yes.
people that are aspiring and
Aspiring, correct.
Mm-hmm.
following your endeavors as well. So in setting up your business, it's not like a bed of roses agad na parang set
Mm.
up a business and then there you go, you're happy about it. No, it's not like that. Especially if
Revenue daw
you're
agad.
yeah, especially if you're just about to start, dyan magsisimula
Mm-hmm.
yan, about to start and starting the business, that's where the real hard work is.
Yeah,
There's no
correct,
return
correct.
of investment in the first year. There's nothing like that. And let's be realistic about it. So definitely it's very important that you get to know your business well, able to
Mm-mm.
study um I mean like the turnaround time when you will be able to comply with all the deliverables and the return of investment, because that's where you will be able to know if you can still fund it or finance it if you need additional funding for that. So you really
Mhm.
need to do the initial computation before even starting the business.
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct.
And then
Okay.
that's the first 2 years of setting up the business is very crucial. It's because
Mm.
um, yan yung make or break. Kaya dapat when you're starting pa lang, you already have clientele na that can that can bring you sustainability. These are
Mm.
like you would consider this like your foundation clients.
Yes,
And this
Mm-hmm.
is
yes.
what happened with a 3L management, wherein even before the company started, there are already clientele in line. So by the time it
Mm.
started, the company has already
Already.
started to
Mm-hmm.
So
bring in
formality na lang yun.
revenue.
Oo.
Yes.
Contract
Yes.
Yeah.
signing, ganyan.
So it's not
Yeah.
really well, not really technically from scratch, but
Mm.
yeah, at least
Right.
somehow, yeah, we have connections already.
Yeah, that's true.
Correct.
Otherwise, if you're really starting from scratch, um, you have to be realistic with your timetable of the
Mm-hmm.
turnaround time of the return of investment.
Totoo
Mm-hmm.
yan. Oo.
Yeah.
Mm.
You always have to monitor.
And then continue on
Focus.
building business development, because that's the lifeblood of the company.
Yes,
They
yes.
may
Doon
not
nagsisimula
sign the
lahat.
contract now, but then again, at least there's something in the roster in the
Mhm.
coming years or in the coming months. So it's highly important to develop your database and continue on the business development.
Yeah, never lose
Never
faith.
cease to to
Yes,
start.
true, true. Continue to strive,
Yan.
ganyan.
Continuously, yes.
Correct, correct.
Meron pa ba sa list?
You're sharing a lot of tips na, Eliza. So, tapon na namin yung sunod na question
Wait
sa'yo.
lang, ikaw,
Bakit?
what was your favorite aspect of being an entrepreneur?
Um, peaceful na tulog. Peaceful na tulog. Meron kang, di ko sinasabing kumikita siya ng marami or malakas yung kita. Pero nandun yung parang assurance na
Ganyan.
paggising mo kinabukasan, meron
You feel safe, secure.
secured. Yan. Oo.
Secure.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
Mm-mm.
for some naman, I have other friends who are also business people. So others, I mean, they're just mere investors. They invest their money on it in the hopes
Mm.
that their money would grow instead of like, it's just being kept in the bank. So
Yes.
others naman, um, the business that they set up, they gambled everything. That's gonna be their bread and butter, and that's gonna be their legacy.
Mm,
So,
true.
in one way or another, 3L management is, I can relate to that with the latter. Yon.
Mm.
So, kaya if you have that kind of mindset, dapat futuristic din yung yung mga plans mo, yung goals
Yes.
mo, and
Mm-hmm.
hindi ka
Mm-mm.
magiging laid back.
Correct, correct.
Kasi once you start to become laid back, ano na siya, magde-decline din yung business mo kasi Business is like
Mm.
having a child. It's a
Mhm.
lifelong commitment as well.
That's
So,
true.
Ayan.
in-nurture mo talaga siya.
So,
Oh, at saka always
yeah,
have the
it's a
energy, no?
lifelong
Kung dapat,
commitment. It's like having a child.
grabe.
Child or children na yan.
That's true, that's
All
true.
right.
Okay, so asa na tayo? Okay, next question. Ito na. Gusto naming marinig. A lot of our viewers would want to know. What are the
Mm-mm.
key activities that you could recommend, that you would recommend entrepreneurs to invest their time in? Para alam nila kung ano ba yung dapat nilang pagtuunan ng pansin para mas maging successful sila as entrepreneur, or even for those people who wanted to be entrepreneurs pero they do not know
Mm.
how to start. Ano ba yung dapat nilang mga activities? Ano ba yan? Mga inuman ba
Excuse
yan?
me.
Video.
Social gathering? Ganyan.
Yeah. Number one, you have to invest on additional knowledge or education.
Yes.
Continue learning. Don't stop because you're gonna be stagnant. Whatever I've learned before may not be applicable with the genre right now because
Right now,
uh,
yes.
yeah, especially nowadays that there has been new technologies being incorporated with like for instance in the
Mm-mm.
marketings, the social media, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, everything is being enhanced in one way or another. So everyone must be, all entrepreneurs are encouraged to be well adopted as well with this kind of changes in technology and
Yep.
processes, and they have to
Continuous
really
learning.
yeah, continuous learning. And then uh I AIM is has come up with a new curriculum for upcoming entrepreneurs. And then they also have this category as well. If you're like already in the C level posting, ayan, meron akong
Mm-hmm.
free free promotion from AIMS.
Baka
Baka
naman.
naman.
Baka
Baka
naman.
naman.
Ayun. So, yeah. If not with AIMS, there are also other schools
Yeah,
who,
other organizations.
who,
Yeah.
yeah, they have this curriculum for, I mean, different kinds of, ano naman, entrepreneurs for certain businesses, mga skill
Yep.
sets din. So,
Correct.
if you're entering a specific business, lalo na kung may pagka-technical siya,
Mm-hmm.
you need to know what these technical people are doing, because if you're just interested with that but you don't have any idea what these people are really doing, I mean, at the end of I mean, once your business is already up and running, there's a possibility na hindi ka rin maging successful kasi pwedeng madaya ka, ganun, or
Mm-mm.
there are certain improvements to be made, but then you have no idea about it because you don't know what these people or your employees are doing. So it's also important to really know, um, to have an idea about this particular skill
Mm-hmm.
set or technical technical
Products and
aspect of the
services.
job that you're entering
Okay,
into.
Mm-mm.
that's
Yon.
correct.
Like for instance, hindi na sa industry natin. Let's like for instance, I have a friend, um, she just loves to eat, but then she doesn't know how to cook. She doesn't know how to bake. But then again, she wants to enter that kind of business. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
presto, she has this money and set up the business and all. But then at the end of the day, there are a lot of wastage. There are a lot of losses that came along the way
Mm-hmm.
because she has no idea how to really like run a restaurant slash pastry business.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's my
Correct.
point. If she had enrolled herself with let's say kahit yung TESDA na lang, at least
Mm-hmm.
kahit man lang yung costing, may idea siya.
Mm-hmm.
Ilang sako ng arena ang kakailanganin dyan, yung mga ganon. Kasi
Correct. Correct.
setting up a business is purely mathematics din eh. You have to like compute everything na
Correct. It's all
ginagastos
about
mo.
numbers. Yeah.
Yeah. Pati yung effort mo, may ano yan, may kabayaran yan. Yung oras na ginugugol mo each time you're doing the job, you're being paid for that. May ano yan, may katumbas na numbers yan.
Yes.
So these are the things that other um, newly bought entrepreneurs are missing out. They just look at the output kasi, and probably they're just
True.
thinking, this is an in thing, kumikita yan ngayon, pero nami-miss out nila yung
Mm.
yung mga crucial
Yung
part.
basics.
Yes, yung basic, but then yan yung pinaka very important part ng ng business kasi. Yun.
That is
And
correct.
regardless kung ano ngang industry, ganun talaga, ganun dapat lahat.
And all kinds of businesses. No?
Yeah.
Yes. Mm. Anong business book yung binabasa mo ngayon? Para
This
magaga
is
natin, Char.
and it's so
Pwedeng
hard.
ebook na lang yan or yung
I'm reading
naka-contract.
business books from Richard Branson, because he has set up different businesses before. And what's good about his books, he also wrote about the businesses that he set up, that he invested, that have flopped. So
Based on experience.
here is a
Yes.
famous businessman wherein um, he tells his readers that that's where I got the quote, building a business is a gamble. Yon.
Mm.
It doesn't mean that you have all the money for disposal. Doesn't mean that your business will be um, will succeed, because there are many factors that would somehow affect a certain business for not to proceed. There's a whole lot of factors.
Yep.
Yes.
So the
And
bottom line is, kapag hindi siya nag-work out, move on ka lang. Do not be disheartened. Maybe this is not the right opportunity or right business for you. It may
Or
be
right
another.
timing.
yeah,
Yeah,
yes, right timing, baka not the right time, correct.
exactly.
Mhm.
Right.
Okay, and because of that, eto na naman yung mga viewers natin. Thank you for watching. Daniela, she's watching from Melbourne, Australia. Thank you, sis, for watching. We have Jen Montales. Good evening. Hello, thank you
Magandang gabi.
po.
And
And
we have here
Ayin is also watching
Ayin.
from the Philippines. Medyo marami tayong viewers from the Philippines. Thank you po for watching.
All right. Let's continue,
Eto
Eliza.
na.
Okay. Tips naman. So what advice would you give to people who want to be entrepreneurs but don't know how and when to start?
That's a very good question, actually. First things
Mhm.
first, you have to figure out what business you want to set up.
Mhm.
But prior to that, um, what are your passions in life? What do you excel in? Um,
Mhm.
What do you not
those
do?
two things are the key factor for your success. It may be simple, but that's actually already like an initial key to your upcoming success. Because if you're passionate in everything that you
Mhm.
do, like for instance, I'm passionate about recruitment, and this has been my expertise for many years already. So I mean, it's but um, you know the next step for me is to set up a recruitment company. If I was able
Mhm.
to make the companies where I came from, make the business segment work out and be successful, then definitely it's something that I can like bring into the company as well. So
Yep.
that's number one. You have to have that passion, and then know your technical expertise or expertise, because you can
Mhm.
bring in those factors to the company that you will be
Correct.
setting up. And
So
then
self-check
next,
muna. Oo.
yeah, that's true. And then next, you have to there are certain business people, they just want to go solo, they don't want partners. So if you're the
Mhm.
type of that person, make sure, number one, um, you have the financial resources that will good for 3 years, na kaya mong isustain, na kahit na hindi ka sumasahod, kahit na
Mhm.
you can like sustain yourself, kaya mong pasahurin lahat ng empleyado mo. Yon, 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's a big investment. 3 years.
yeah. So kung meron ka nun, you're pretty much safe. Basta somewhere along the way,
Mhm.
you're already bringing in the hard work para just to
Yep.
make sure na babalik sa yung investment mo fully. But then,
Mhm.
if you're welcoming naman to other partners, ganyan. Then
Mhm.
number one, you have to partner with people that you trust most.
Mhm.
Sometimes I mean there are certain people na they don't want to partner with their relatives because it's better that way.
I
Sometimes naman
see.
they don't want to partner with friends because they don't want to burn the bridges. And I would
Okay.
understand that. But at the end of the day, regardless if they're your family or friends, you have to choose your right partner.
Yep.
Because
True.
and then even if you're like ang payo ko rin naman, if you chose a partner na kaibigan mo, either friend or family
Mhm.
or a relative, um you have to make sure that the relationship between business and the personal is separate.
Separated. Mm.
Yeah.
So draw a line. Okay.
Yes, definitely. Bago ka makipag-partner, kailangan na draw na yung line na yun. Otherwise,
Mm.
it's gonna be chaotic talaga. Kasi
Oo,
that's
magmi-mix
why
up 'yan.
other businesses doesn't kahit ang galing na maganda sana yung nila, combo nila, pero
Mhm.
dahil nahaluan ng personal at yung business, so it's not gonna work. So
Correct,
dapat
correct. Ah, good point
talaga.
actually, really good
It's not
point. Mm.
Yeah, the trust is there, but then at the end of the day, both parties have to bear in mind that okay, we're talking now as personal or friends, ganyan. And then
Mm.
pag pinag-uusapan na natin ng business, okay, eto tayo, dito tayo,
Yes.
ganon. Para
Dapat
Correct,
clear
correct.
yun eh. Yes.
Mm.
yes, ganon. So para pag halimbawa may mga hindi kasi nawawala yon yung halimbawa may mga challenges like for instance hindi nagkakasundo about certain initiatives
Or
ganyan
decision,
kapag
yep.
yung isa iba yung direction na gusto niya, the other one naman ito yung gusto niya, so at least neutral pareho. Yung parang, okay, kayo dyan, nagkakaroon kayo ng exchange of ideas, but you're not taking it by heart. You're not taking it
Not
personal.
personally,
Ganon.
correct. Mm.
Kasi that would affect din the relationship. Yun.
Correct, true, true.
Dapat very important yun. And
Mhm.
then, yung if you're investing, you have to lay a solid foundation on the business.
Yep.
Um, like for instance, you have to choose the right service providers, vendors, ganyan.
Mm,
Kasi
mm.
you may have all the necessary resources, financial resources, but then again,
Mm.
you keep on choosing yung mga vendors na hindi naman competent,
Mandepende.
ganyan,
Yes.
or let's say if not vendors naman, if you're into another business type, nagpo-procure ka ng
Kasi
mga
business partner
bagay
mo
na,
rin sila eh.
nagpo-procure ka ng mga gamit or equipments, let's say this is for other
Mhm.
businesses naman, na gusto mo lang makamura or bumili ka kasi kakilala ni ganyan ganon. I mean, that's not gonna make any good to your business.
Correct,
I
correct.
mean, at the end of the day, you have to think about yung long-term goals
Always,
for the
always.
company. Yes. So yun. It doesn't mean na kapag laging mura, sila yung laging magaling. Yan. You have to choose
That's true.
the best options there is in the market. Yun.
Correct.
And that
Be
goes
wise, be
along
wise.
well with the next thing that I'm gonna advise.
Mhm.
Invest on your employees. Yon.
Employee.
Kasi employees are still parang you don't treat them as liability but they're assets. If you train them well, definitely, and you keep them motivated, definitely they will perform or even
Mm.
beyond your expectations. I've seen
True.
this because I've groomed people and trained them, and at the end of the day, you see them become successful along the way. And
Yeah.
regardless if they stay long with your company or not, regardless, um, at the end of the day, that's part of each and every company's parang ideals na um, I mean, your company has been one among the, let's say, a foothold of another person para mag-progress din sila sa buhay.
Yeah,
Yan.
true.
So
It's also
there.
a way of helping them.
Mm-mm.
No, giving back.
Yes, that's true. And then what else? Yeah, for you to be for a startup entrepreneur, you have to expand your horizon and know not just yung mga competitors mo, but then challenge yourself. That's the best way to I mean reach to reach to the top or the kind of level where you're
Level up,
supposed.
no? Okay.
Yeah.
Oo. Improve every day. Diba? Dapat
Yeah.
maging better.
Kasi like I mean I cannot like compare myself to any other recruitment experts in the market. But then again, I always challenge myself. Yon. If you
Mm-mm.
start doing that and focusing on that, that you have a bigger probability to be more successful. Ayun. But
Yep.
then, what's good about looking at your competitor naman or the other businesses associated with the kind of business that you have is that what you can do is bring in the best practices, but not really compete. Bring in the best practices. And ayun, para ma-hone yung not just yung skills, but then again, the way you run the business. Yan, dapat laging
True.
open-minded. Ganyan.
Yes.
Okay.
Ikaw, do you have ano ba? Do you have advice to
Mm.
people who want to start
start.
the business or want to be entrepreneur but do not know how and when to start?
Kapag kinabahan ka, laban na. Kasi meron kang
Parang may something doon.
Oo.
May parang eto na yun, may ganun.
Kapag kinabahan ka, laban na. Yun.
Yeah. Tsaka
Yeah.
if you really wanted to start a business, kung feeling mo you're ready naman na, di ba? You should start na. Madali naman kasi gawan yung ibang aspect of the business eh. Basta you are confident also with your experiences and how you're going to run the business. You also have the means. Then start ka na.
Sa akin, tingin ko, you can never be fully ready sa kahit anong bagay.
Yeah. That's
So,
true.
you just have to adapt. Start and adapt. No?
Yes, so start na.
Even
Correct.
the veteran in the industries or the veteran in the business, mga businessmen, even how
Correct.
big they are, they
Kasi
still
kapag
have
hinintay mo yung maging fully ready ka,
Yeah,
siguro
100%.
pag mga 70 years old ka na, baka.
Or may naging successful naman ng very
Pero I doubt na fully ready na rin yung mga yun. I doubt.
Yeah. May
There's
dumating
always-
lang din ang chance ng
May opportunity lang
yes, may
talaga.
opportunity.
meron akong tawag
Or-
dyan sa na yan, leave that space for improvement. Ibig sabihin, kaya hindi ka fully ready kasi marami ka pa rin dapat matutunan along the way.
Yes.
And you just
Correct,
embrace that. You just have to embrace that. Yun.
True.
And then fill it out na lang when you're doing
As
the
you go
business.
along.
As you go along. Alright, thank you so much, Elise. Pero hindi pa tayo tapos dyan. Dahil meron kaming surprise game for you. Ano kami dito
Surprise
eh?
game.
Yes. Meron kaming, ang tawag dito. Kami parang boy abunda kami dito.
Boy abundat.
Okay.
Papainom tuloy ako. Sandali.
Yes.
Sige, uminom ka na. Kasi
Inom ka na.
Kasi may idea ka na siguro kung ano to.
So we are going to play business fast talk.
Okay.
Fast talk tayo. So ito,
Sagot
sagot
agad, ah.
lang, no explanation, basta answer fast.
Sagot agad, ah.
Okay, game.
Okay.
Naku, lights on, lights on.
Yun na ba
Joking
agad?
lang.
Okay. Hindi pala yun. Bawal yun in business,
Yes,
di ba?
yes. Okay.
First
Okay,
ka.
ako na.
Sige.
System or manual? Ang
Come again, I'm sorry.
System or manual?
Pili ka lang.
System.
Okay. Entrepreneur or employee?
Entrepreneur. Definitely.
Coffee break or tea break?
Pareho eh.
Okay,
Both
sige.
coffee and tea break.
Clients or candidates?
Client.
Oh. Sales or operations?
Operations.
Leadership or management?
Leadership.
Okay.
13th month, company bonus.
Company bonus.
Okay. Books,
Mas malaki yung
e-books.
company bonus.
Ay, sorry. Siyempre. Okay, sorry. Naputol din siya.
Sorry.
Books, e-books.
Books.
Oh,
I love
iba
books.
talaga yun. Iba yung nahahawakan, no?
Yeah.
Yes.
I also agree. Tsaka,
I have explanation for that. Can I
sige.
share?
Go.
No
Okay.
explanation.
This is with this is with scientific studies, and that's why I also encourage all my nieces and my godchildren to still, read books, like physical books. It's because mas matagal yung memory retention compared with books. Yeah.
That's the scientific. There's scientific basis talaga on that.
No
Yes.
wonder yung mga newspaper companies buhay pa rin kahit yung news all over the internet na.
Somehow it's
Diba?
struggling, pero they're still there.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, let's continue.
Ako diba?
Mm.
Okay, beach or city tour?
Beach.
Ang mga travel natin.
Overtime or weekend work?
Pareho ko ginagawa.
Ayaw mo yan kasi nga entrepreneur ka, di ba?
Oo.
Ano kasi pag entrepreneur nga, parang like more than...
You have to be flexible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Flexible. Okay, last na. Wala. Dividends, commission.
Dividends.
Mas malaki sa talagang dividends.
Alam niya kung nasaan yung pera, no? Okay. Sige.
Okay. Tapos na ang ating business fast talk. So, ngayon, this is an opportunity for you to promote the business. Tell our viewers how they can reach you. Tell us about the company contact numbers or anything.
Yep.
Okay, so 3L Management's office is already at Rockwell Plaza, FINMA Center. So that's where the Parliament is. So for people who would like to send their profiles, so that we could like reach out to you whenever we have great opportunities at hand, you may send your resume to recruitment@3owlmanagementinc.com or Eliza.Capulong at 3owlmanagementinc.com. And then what else? So for clients who would like to reach out to us and looking for not just a supplier or a vendor, but a recruitment business partner, and that's how we really project 3L Management, a business partner for recruitment to our clients. We'd like to hear from you as well, and would like to extend our services to you. So you can also send to us or email me just the same with the same email address that I mentioned a while ago.
All right.
Okay, thank you so much, Elise. And let's just read some of the comments here. Again, from Ayin, she says, lots of great insights. Thank you so much. And a viewer from LinkedIn, he says, learning the right knowledge and skills is a must to the entrepreneur.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
That's from Mr. Jerry Pira.
Yes. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Elise, for your time.
Thank you, Jel. Thank you, Lordy.
Yeah, but yes, a lot of great insights from this talk. I'm pretty sure a lot of our viewers learn about entrepreneur and yung iba baka nag-decide na sila na parang gusto ko na mapag-isipan itong business na to, sisimulan ko na ba to or hindi. Diba? At least we're able to open their minds to, set up something apart from
Mm-mm.
your full-time job, diba?
Yeah.
Do something, get a passive income, get a plan B. Lalo ngayong pandemic, yun yung isa sa natutunan
That's
natin is to
true.
really get
Mm-mm.
other sources kasi we're not really sure what will happen with our
You know
Oo.
what's
full-time
good
job,
thing
part-time
about
job.
this pandemic?
Mm.
There are a lot of entrepreneurs that came
Mm-mm.
up.
Lumabas,
Yun.
yes!
There is
Correct.
Oo
one
nga
good
eh.
thing about this pandemic. You know, those
Mm-mm.
mga new entrepreneurs, mga online sellers,
Mm-mm.
ganyan, those
Yes.
suppliers that we've never heard of.
Correct.
All of a sudden, nandyan na sila. Order
Mm-mm.
And
ka
I
na lang
super
online.
appreciate them. Oo,
Yeah.
Yeah.
sobra. Pag nakikita ko, even yung mga friends ko from Facebook, and I've been seeing them promoting their small businesses sa
Mm-mm.
Facebook, nakakatawa because they're really doing something para to
Correct.
sustain
Oo.
their family, their income.
Yep.
You know?
Sa ganitong situation mo masasabi na one is not enough talaga.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
Mhm.
And then another thing, being an entrepreneur is also not for everyone, and that's another reality. So
Yep.
so if
True.
you're not into that, I also encourage people
Try
to
lang.
um apart from the salary that you're getting from your company, you need to
Mm-mm.
invest that in some other investments, not just also in banks,
Other,
but there are also other
yes, other
ways.
sources.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, there are also other ways that you could like invest your money
Yep.
as well para kumikita siya, hindi
Mm-mm.
natutulog lang sa bangko. Yun.
That's true.
True, true.
Oh, that's
Maraming
another good
way.
topic to discuss on
Yeah,
entrepreneurial
meron na
mindset.
ngayon yung mga group funding, and
Mhm.
those are in thing nowadays. Like for instance, if someone has this great idea, and feasibility wise magki-kick off siya, magiging successful siya,
Mhm.
then the business would only need, let's say, 2 million pesos. Like,
Capital.
I mean, for that person, mahirap sa kanya to get 2 million instant. But then,
Mm-hmm.
there are other people who has that, excess money in their
Willing.
bank.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Correct.
So they could like, you can do group funding, and there are already parang firms who are having those kind of set up right now. So yun yung
That's
pwede ko
interesting.
ma-share
Yep.
din or ma-impart sa mga other people na, I mean, if you cannot manage your own business.
That's also a
Mm-mm.
nice idea, no?
Yeah.
Correct, correct. Yeah, ang sarap pag-usapang pag ganun, no, business. Sana we all have all the means talaga, no, para dami natin pwedeng simulan negosyo, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but it's a work in progress.
Yeah. Let's see how it goes.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much, Elise, for your time.
Maraming salamat, Eliza.
Maraming
Thank you
salamat,
both.
and God love and God bless to the businesses and
Yeah.
to people who are watching this. Thank you all for watching. Say hi, hello, let us know where you're watching us from. Okay,
Thanks,
so
everyone.
once again, on another episode of Entrepreneur Mindset by John and Christian next week. That's every Saturday, 9 p.m. PNG time, 7 p.m. PH time. Thank
Alright.
you. Bye,
Maraming salamat.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Elise. Thanks so
Bye-bye.
much.